Hello everyone. So today we will be making a card page in React using Bootstrap. We will be rendering data in the cards from a JSON file, which will also include certain images and links. So let's get started. As we head over to our VS Code, we can see that I have already commented out the carousel which we made in the previous video. I just have the navigation bar in place. And now we will be making a web page with the help of cards. So for that, you can go into the React Bootstrap documentation and use this command to install React Bootstrap. Also, you have to import the style sheets and you have to use this command in your app.js or index.js file. As you can see, I have already imported it. So before going on to make our card component, I'll be showing you guys that I already have a config.json file made. So in here I have the title, the card title, the text, the description you can say, and the image. Now this image I'll be getting from the images folder. Here as you can see I have got lots of images. So these are the images that I'll be importing. So I have just written the names as you can see here in Goku. So just the names and bore, and if you can see there must be, yeah, bore. So also I have added some links from the web page. So this is a file that I made, and this is an array of objects. So we will be seeing how we will be dynamically rendering all these data into our card component. So let's get started. So in here, I'll first make a card component, card page.js. I'll do RFCE, and there we go. There we have our card component. Yeah. So in our Bootstrap, what we have to do is, if we go onto the documentation, we will be seeing there are cards. And I'll just use this one so that I'll put the image here, the title here, and the description here, and the button will be a link to go into some web page which has the information. So let me import button and card. After that, let me just import this, Control C. I'll do a Control V. Now this is just a single card. To render this whole page, I will have to let me just give some spacing. Yeah. So to render multiple cards, I will use a map function to iterate through these objects. So let's go ahead and do that. So for that, what I'll do is, let me first import our config.json. So I will be importing config from config.json. After that, in here, let card be config. So now we will iterate through this using a map function. So what I will do is card array dot map. Now this will be a callback function. In here we will be iterating through each card. There needs to be an index. then we will just, yeah, so in here we'll be putting this hole, we'll be cutting it. Yeah, so now to render each one of this, what we need to do is we need to change the card title to each card dot. If you can see, in our each card we have title, we have got image, we have got text, we have got link. So we will just be replacing these. So let me just start with title. I'll take help of JSX and write each card dot title. In the card text, let's put each card dot text. In here, in the button, let's just put info, and in the href tag, we will be giving the location to where it should navigate. And now in our source, so this should be a string. For that, we will be introducing JSX, and inside that JSX, what I'll do is I will use require, and in that require we will be importing it from the images folder. Then I'll be concatenating it, then we will do each card dot image plus, okay, I don't need JSX for this. Now we will be giving dot jpg. Yeah, so our source is also ready. Now we need to give it a href tag where we can link it. So for that we will take help of JSX, and this also needs to be a string. So for that, what we will do is we will be taking help of backticks, and then $, then in there we will use each card dot link. So we have a basic card component ready, and we are mapping it. So it should basically be rendering the card component again and again. Now without any styling, let's just head over and see how does it look. I'll save this over. I'll go to our react.js and see that it is not working. Of course, that is because we have not imported in it our app.js. Let's head over here and do card page and import it. Let's save it. Yeah, so we have our cards in place. Now we don't want them to be showing in a vertical line. We want something like they should be shown in some rows and columns form. So let's just head over to our card page component, and inside here it's just called row, and then inside each of these mapping that we are doing, we will be making it a column. So I'll just first do a div tag here, and class name be cool md. I think 4 cards should look good in a line, so 3, and I need to close this div tag. So let's see how this looks. Yeah. So now as you can see, the cards are big and small and everything. So what we need to do is give them, because the images are of different height, that is the reason why we see all these variations. Now what we need to do is we need to give them some height, some width. So let's get into it. First, I would want some margin top for these card. So there is a space in between. So I'll be adding some margin top. Margin top, maybe a 4%. And I would want some margin here too, because like there's no margin there, so it looks little odd. Margin left, and that would be 2% maybe. I hope that works. Now in the columns I want uh, a margin bottom, so that there would be some space in between those these two rows. So I'll just mention that in style. I would want a margin bottom, maybe a 4%. And then for our card, let's as you can see, the cards are not of equal height, so let's get them height, and let the height be something like 65 viewport. See if that works. Yeah. So we still have something not in place. This image is overflowing, so we need to give some width to our images. Sorry, some height to our images. So in the image tag, we will specify a specific height for every image. Height, and let it be some 20 viewport. And let's see. Okay. Now the cards are of equal length, but as you can see, the buttons are here and there. They are just flowing here and there. So let's give these text a height. So what I will do is, as the texts are of different length, I'll give it a height. You can style it your own way, of course. I'm just adding some basic styling. Maybe 25 VH. See if that works. That is good, but I need a little space there, so maybe 26, 27 would work, I guess. Yeah, so we are getting the little space there. Now our cards are in place. Now let's check all these functionalities that we have added. First, we need to check, as you can see, our images are rendering perfectly fine. Then we need to check our information. If we click on the info icon, yeah, it is going to this page. Then we will be click on the back. Then let's click on maybe Nezuko. Yeah, so this is working perfectly fine. Now let me add some styling so that you know that what we are clicking, like the let the card transform a little bit maybe. So I'll just make another CSS page, card page.css. These all are kind of like depends on you, that whatever you want to do. So I want that on card hover, I would get the cursor as pointer. I would want some shadow. Let box shadow be 0 pixel, 12 might be just fine, and 30 and 0. Then let's give it a color. A gray would be fine. I want something dark, so I'll just go over here and see something like this. See if this works. And I will try to scale it also. So let's transform scale 1.1, 1.1. Then let's do a smooth transition, and we can do all, of course, and some 800 millisecond. Let's see if all of this works. Of course, we have to import our card page.css here. So we'll go here, import card page.css, and we save it. And as you can see, there we go. We are seeing this nice hover action is going on. And there we have our card pages. You can make your own, you can add your own styling, etc., whatever you want. This is just a basic example. So thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.